On twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. We just reviewed the Selection Box Volume 5. Holy moly, a lot of money. But we are now going to review Sword of Paladin, the new structure deck. Pierce the Darkness. Let's see the video. What's good? Tell us what's good, Konami. All new Sword of Paladin. Ooh. Pierce the Darkness and the Duel with its slash. Gets attack boost from dragon-type monsters. Banish your opponent's monsters. Destiny Route negate a monster effect. Summon Dark Magician. Yeah, buddy. Now, let's see what this comes with. Let's click on it. Let's see what's worth it. Is it worth it? Here are the cards. Now, last year we got a structure deck, which was all about Blue Eyes. Let's look at that real quick. Did we get scammed? Did we get boosted? Did we get any benefits over this one? If we look at the Blue Eyes Evolution structure deck right here, we could see that we got 2 brand new ultra rares and 2 brand new super rares and 4 total super rare and ultra rare reprints. The Twin Burst was a brand new ultra rare. The King of the D was brand new but sucked. We got Shadow Spell, which is brand new but sucked. And we had the Rhapsody, which is brand new but sucked. So we essentially only got 1 good new card. And the reprints that were good, the Ancients was amazing. The Card of Consonance was an amazing reprint. I guess if you didn't want to go in the other structure deck, the Spirit of White was also decent. The Silver Dragon was a very good reprint. Very happy to have that. So does this compete with this? Well, let's check it out. This is giving us a Dark Paladin. We already have Dark Paladin, but not the alternative art Dark Paladin. Let me go on the website to see a better view of the structure deck. There we go. Better view. Dark Paladin. We did get this. When was the other version? Let's check this out. If we click on the older version, Crimson Kingdom 2017, I already have a million copies of this, but now I have the alternative art. Generally, I expect alternative art to not be in a structure deck. I think this is being presented as the new card of the structure deck, kind of. I feel like this should have been in the selection box. Even though this is Dark Paladin, I think this should have been in the selection box, and the structure deck should have had Apprentice. I'm very unhappy about this, Konami. This is dirty. Apprentice Illusion Magician is in the selection box, and you're going to need 3 of this to play with the Dark Magician deck. I do believe so. I think so. Many people are theory crafting that. I'm going to try it out. We're going to see how good it is. This is so good. It searches Dark Magician. Why was this not in the structure deck? Now, let's look at another offender. Let's look at the reprint. The reprint being the navigation. We are so happy about this navigation reprint. What else are we happy to reprint? Are we happy that D-Fusion's reprinted? Not really. Not really. This is like a fun card. It's not top tier. It's like a side deck, or maybe make a fun deck with it. Is that it? We have 1 good reprint, on 2 if you count the Dark Paladin, if the Dark Paladin's even going to be good. I don't know. It seems like this should have had Dark Magical Circle. What happened with Dark Magical Circle? Well, it did get reprinted. Be careful what you wish for, okay? Maybe there's a movie about this where you wish for something, but you weren't specific enough. We all wished for a Dark Magical Circle reprint, and Konami said, wish granted. Where is it? Oh, it's reprinted in the selection box. Should have been more specific. So instead of being in the structure, the Circle should have been in the structure deck. The Apprentice should have been in the structure deck. Instead, you're going to have to go into the selection box for the Circle. That is unfortunate. I did tell you all to not buy Navigation or Circle in case it would come in the structure deck. Well, now you can try to get the Circle from the selection box. Now, let's move on. What else is in this structure deck? What is good? What's worth it? Ebon High Magician. This card is quite nuts. So you're going to use 2 level 7 spellcaster type monsters, which the box wants you to use a Cosmo Brain and a Dark Magician to make. Where's the dark? Wait, there's no Dark Magician. I mean, Cosmo Queen. Where's the other Dark Spellcaster? What? Wait. If they say the structure deck is ready to use with 1 purchase, that you could use it with 1 purchase, and there's only 1 Dark Spellcaster to make the Ebon High Magician. So Scammed. All right. Oh, wait, we got two. Never mind. Two Cosmo Brain. Let's talk about the card. Ebonhigh Magician says, as long as this has a material, you can activate traps and quick effects from your hand during your opponent's turn by detaching Exceed material during your opponent's turn. And it is not once per turn. So that's crazy. Save your traps, save your quick spells from Cosmic and MST. I was not showing it on screen. Sorry about that. This is what happens when we're live. If this card is summoned, or I should say if this Exceed Summon card is destroyed by battle, and it has to go to the graveyard, or it is destroyed or sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, so you cannot send it there yourself. So if your opponent sends it to the graveyard in any way, battle or card effect, you could summon a Dark Spellcaster from your hand or your deck. Then you could destroy one card on the field. This seems like a good turn one. How are we going to summon a turn one? Consistently? I don't know about that. But if you can summon this turn one, this is a good turn one. So level 7 spellcaster type monster. Let's type spellcaster. We're going to have to figure this out because we're going to play this live on stream. It has to be a dark spellcaster or any spell. Okay, level 7 spellcaster. How are we doing this? Let's look at the main deck only. How about that? And we could use Synchros and Fusions. We're not going to use Priestess. I guess we have to have Dark Pendulum Summon. Maybe Pendulum Summon Dark Magician onto the fields. The Mahad, Cosmo Brain plus what else? Cosmo Brain plus Tribute to Monster. I guess that's just going to be the main way. Just Cosmo Brain. Just Cosmo Brain it. How is Cosmo Brain going to help you summon this so easily? You will summon Cosmo Brain by sending a non-effect monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this. And then you'll tribute an effect monster to special summon a Dark Magician from your deck. And then you're going to make your turn one Ebonhigh Magician. Okay, or Pendulum Summon. So maybe it's not that hard to summon. We'll see. If we can make a whole deck that summons that turn one, maybe it's good. What else is good? We got a Buster Blader. The Strength and Unity. What's so good about this? If you summon your Dark Paladin or anything that uses Blue Eyes or Dark Magician for the fusion or a ritual, you will be able to banish a card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Banish it. You can also use its other effect to send this to the graveyard to add your Dark Magician in the grave back to your hand. Now, what's the focus with Dark Paladin all about? It's about the skill. So if we go in game to the skill, show me the skill. I'm unlocking the skill on stream right now, by the way. The skill looking quite restrictive. Chat, can you let me know, is the skill preventing us from playing 3 of a card? This says that you could return a Dark Magician or a Spell-Slash Trap that contains Dark Magician in its name to your deck to then add a Buster Blader from outside of your deck to your hand, then set a Polymerization, hopefully from outside of the deck also. Hold on, chat, really? You can't play 3 ofs? You have to play 1? The deck cannot include 2 copies of the same card, except for Dark Spellcaster type monsters. Which means if you play 3 copies, how did you get to 3 copies? You have at least 2 copies. So you have to, people are saying it's a Highlander or Singleton. 1. You can only have 1. If it's not a Dark Spellcaster, you only have 1. Oh my gee. And you would be thinking, all right, let's put in Dark Cavalry, which is a great fusion. Maybe the Destruction Swordsman's a decent fusion. No fusion monsters other than Dark Paladin in the extra deck. What the hell? So beyond those restrictions where you could only summon a Dark Paladin with this, you return a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Spell/Trap back in the deck, and then you set a Polymerization and you grab a Buster Blader, and then you activate Polymerization, hopefully with the Dark Magician you still have in your hand after returning one back in the deck, and then you make your Dark Paladin. So without the Rod, Magician Rod searching for an Illusion Magician, the Illusion spell to grab 2 Dark Magicians, if you can make this turn 1, you are going to be using the 1 Dark Magician in your hand, returning 1 other card back in the deck. You're going to have 2 cards in your hand for discarding to use Dark Paladin's effect, which is if your opponent activates a spell, discard a card, negate the activation, and destroy. So if you do make this turn 1, generally you will have 2 cards for discarding. Let's see, what are the popular spells in game right now? popularity, spell, negate MST, negate. You're not going to have anything to set because you need your hand for discarding. Book of Moon, negate the book. So Dark Paladin is just for negating Book of Moon. Pretty much. Pretty much. The skill seems quite restrictive. I think it's going to be the first deck I play. We're going to try it out. And the Destined Rivals. Now, I think that Fiendish Chain and Breakthrough Skill are better than this, but what's good about this is you could search for it with Rod. If you control Blue Eyes or a Dark Magician, negates all face-up monster your opponent controls. It's non-targeting, and it negates more than one monster, but you're mostly going to negate only one monster, and it can be searched with Rod. So that could be kind of decent, maybe. What do you think? Okay. Let's see what else is in this structure deck. And that's pretty much it. Banish on the summon of your Dark Paladin. Search the Destined Rivals with the Rod to negate face-up cards. You can only play one navigation in your deck, so one navigation. And it seems like Konami only wants you to buy the structure deck once. Is this a more... If you use the new skill, you can't even use a second or third Strength and Unity or Destined Rivals. What? I thought Konami liked money. That's really weird to release a skill that says, hold up, only get the structure deck once. Don't get it twice or thrice, because then you can't use the cards more than once. Wow. That's really weird. But I'm going to be testing the skill. We're going to see what's good with this. We're going to be opening up everything. This is the 5th anniversary. We're going to see if Dark Magician's top tier. Probably not with the new skill. We'll see. Twitch.tv/DuelLinksMeta. Let's go.